Listen, mister, move your foot. I'm not talking to anybody about what happened to Luke.
I apologize for disturbing you. I know this is a rough time. It'll only take a minute.
You don't get it, do you? My brother was just murdered, and now my best friend was just...
Lucas was a friend of mine, too. I miss him like crazy.
Well, you can understand then when I can't see anybody right now.
I am just here to offer my condolences. For Lucas. And for your brother, Rick.
But you asked about Kevin Anderson. What has he got to do with Luke or my... You know Rick?
Not well, but we met a few times. He was very, enterprising. A lot like Kevin in that way.
You keep talking about Kevin.
Because Kevin is my brother.
Oh.
And I'm worried about him. I thought maybe you could help me, please. This will only take a minute. It's very important.
I don't know if it'll help Kevin. He's been really good to me.
Thank you.
You found my pictures.
Sorry, I've always been a sucker for photos. I hope you don't mind.
No.
Is this Rick right here?
10 years old.
Handsome little guy. You must have been very proud of him.
Oh, he was the bravest and the strongest.
It's nothing like a brother.
No, there isn't. All right, we have something in common. You love your brother and I love my brother. Families are great, aren't they?
Yeah. That's what I've always said. There's nothing like a family.
You know, I really did try to keep Rick going in the right direction. I really did. But he had these big dreams, like
Look, is this you right here?
trying out for cheerleader.
Oh, I'll bet you were the prettiest girl in the squad.
My parents wouldn't let me go to finals. Thought I'd get too full of myself or something.
Did you know Lucas then?
No, I didn't meet him until after I graduated. I worked in a coffee shop that summer, and Luke used to come in every single morning. I never let any of the other girls near him. He was my customer.
Good for you.
And finally, out of the blue, 4th of July, he asked me to the fireworks. I was so...
Bet you were on cloud 9.
Oh, I loved Luke from the moment I laid my eyes on him. But you know, after I got to know him, it was even better. It's
Like you were part of him.
the deepest part. You know, I never really had him. He met somebody else before and lost her. Felicia Gallant. She was just Fanny Grady then. Do you know her?
We met.
Listen, you're a man. Tell me something. Do you think a man can love two women at the same time?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's possible. Tell me something, Sally. I want you to tell me about the fight that you had with Lucas. The one that Kevin saw.
Why should I? You know, what is this to you anyway, really?
Maybe I'd better leave. I didn't mean to open up any wounds.
Well, you did.
It's just, I'm sorry. The pictures got to me. Kevin and I don't have any family pictures.
None?
No, I'll be leaving.
You don't have to go.
It's just that I think that you would be more comfortable.
Listen, I'm just a little jumpy. Okay? I mean, you asked about that night, and I got angry, that's all.
Must make you sad to remember sometimes.
Or guilty, really.
Guilty?
I made such a scene. In front of all those people. Lucas was so embarrassed. I'm never going to have a chance to tell him I'm sorry.
You started a fight?
But I thought he was coming over for dinner. And come to find out, he was just trying to let me down gently, backing off.
Well, Felicia must be some kind of powerful rival, huh?
I felt really betrayed. It's just that I'm really alone right now, you know, and when Rick was killed, Luke was so good to me. Now I'm never going to have a chance to make it up to him.
And Kevin saw all this.
Well, he took me out of there. He got me out of there. All those people were staring at me.
Sensitive guy, my brother.
You know, I didn't think he was more upset than I was.
What, and Lucas for standing you up?
No. Kevin told me he was upset with Lucas because Luke was treating me just the way your mother had been treated. God, he was so upset.
It's just that Kevin and I are half-brothers. We have the same father and different mothers.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
It's all right. Don't mention it. You couldn't know.
Well, you seem so shocked.
It's just that Kevin's always been the calm one, and I just can't imagine him losing it.
Well, he wasn't an uptight DA that night, let me tell you. Especially when I tried to take those pills.
What do you mean, pills?
Oh, when we got back here, I was so upset I went for my pills.
Tried to kill yourself?
No. I don't know. The point is, Kevin stopped me. Never even gave me a lecture.
My brother's always been a gentleman.
I mean, he even got a doctor over here. I mean, I was really a mess. I was breathing really hard, and my heart was racing. So he gave me a sedative.
Really?
So I could relax.
So after you took the sedative and the doctor left, what did Kevin do?
He stayed with me for a little while.
You guys talked?
No, I was really gone by that point, but it was so sweet of him to stay with me. I mean, I could tell by the way he was checking his watch he had someplace to be.
But he didn't tell you where?
Why do you want to know all this?
It's just that my father... Kevin had such a bad time with their father, and he never told me. He must have been in a great deal of pain.
You know, one thing I do remember is he said I didn't have to worry about Lucas.
What did he say, Sally? Tell me exactly what Kevin said.
Well, he said, and as for Lucas, leave that to me. You're better off without him.
What did Kevin mean when he said you were better off without Lucas?
Well, I don't know. What's the difference? He probably never got in touch with him that
Why not?
night. And he was headed to night court. He left me his number in case I needed him.
Sally, I don't want to upset you, but exactly what time did Kevin leave here?
I don't know. I kept nodding off.
Please, my brother's life may depend on it.
Look, I can't be sure about this, but Kevin must have left here sometime after 4:30.
Lucas was shot at 5. Thank you, Sally. You've been a big help.
That's what you wanted to hear? Are you sure this is going to help, Kevin?
Yes, it'll help him. It'll help Kevin a lot.